distribution. Three of these are wastewater and one's water. How you doing? Good. The short time at JWSC, what's the short time? How long have you been here?
For about 8 months now.
8 months?
Wow.
Since
So he's a fast learner.
November.
Picking it up pretty quick. Good. Like it?
Yes, sir.
Good. In a short time, Chris recently obtained his water distribution operator license and is currently working toward becoming a crew operator as well as working toward getting his CDL. That's the driver.
Yes.
He has learned how to do small and large taps, installing set meters, fixing a variety of different leaks. He's also learning about hydrants. What do you like best about what you can do?
The work itself, honestly. I mean, this is what I chose to do.
Do you have any inspectors out there that come by and ask you what's going on?
Not really. Just do my job.
What do you have to say about it, Derek?
Chris is picking up on things pretty quick. He slipped into class a little earlier than normal because I had an open position that was already paid for, so we slid him in it. He done really well with it, so
Good.
kind of impressed with it.
Let me read this. This is State of Georgia Board of Examiners for Certification of Water and Wastewater Treatment Plant Operators and Laboratory Analysts certifies that Christopher Michael Valley, having given satisfactory evidence of the necessary qualifications as required by the laws of the state of Georgia, has been duly certified as a water distribution operator in the state of Georgia, signed Margaret Dobbs, Chairman, 21st day of May, 2026. Congratulations.
We don't.
Derek, you and Chris.
Yeah, you can't really hear.
Byron's not here.
Okay,
Byron,
no, I
Byron's-
didn't see Byron.
Ready?
All right. No.
Clint Buckley, wastewater operator, class 3. And Kirk. Congratulations. Clint joined Joint Water and Sewer Commission in October 2025 as a wastewater operator trainee. Since beginning his career with JWSC, he is focused on learning the wastewater field and gaining hands-on experience in plant operations and treatment processes. Recently earning his wastewater license and advancing to wastewater operator has been an important milestone for his professional journey and reflects on his commitment to continued growth and serving our community. What do you like best about operating a wastewater plant?
I enjoy the hands-on. Yeah, learn this stuff, new stuff.
What all have you learned?
How to process and all works.
Which plant?
And
Okay. You like everything about Academy Creek? Good. Andrew, you hear that?
I think he's being polite, sir.
Some more money to improve it.
Yes.
I appreciate you keeping it up. First, you want to say something?
Never a dull moment at Academy Creek. We found out last week, but, and it continues. Clint's a fast learner, and he's taken advantage of the training and obviously showed aptitude to pass the test, which speaks to the effort that the state is doing. We just heard at Jekyll to try to get more individuals to pass their licenses. Clint's a hard worker, pays attention. He's done a variety of things. He's even worked with Jacoby, teaching him how to press, right, operate the press and the dryer. So he's looking, to expand his knowledge base and look forward to a long career with Clint.
What do you like best about the Academy Creek plant? What area to work in? The screening, the effluent?
I do the hands-on most of it.
Okay.
thing you like the best is the UV system we just put in.
I haven't did it before.
That's got a couple of pretty waterfalls too, don't it? Yeah. Well, we appreciate everything you do. Let me read this certificate. State of Georgia Board of Examiners for certification of water and wastewater treatment plant operators and laboratory analysts certifies that Clint Wayne Bunkley, having given satisfactory evidence of the necessary qualifications as required by the laws of the state of Georgia, has been duly certified as a wastewater operator class 3 in the state of Georgia, signed Margaret Dawes, 21st day of May 2026. We hope this is only the start. We want to encourage you to get a class 2 when you're eligible to do that, and we appreciate everything you do to help run Academy Creek. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jacoby Lanson. I've seen you before. How are you
Seen
doing?
you before, yes, sir.
Yeah. He's another wastewater class operator 3, so we're gonna see what he likes at the plant also. Jacoby began as a wastewater treatment operator trainee at the Academy Creek plant while working and learning the plant with lead operators. In November 2023, he spent time working at the other 2 plants we have on St. Simons and Exit 29, learning how their processes work and operating the belt press at all 3 plants as well. He recently obtained his wastewater license for a Class 3 operator on April 22nd of this year, with the help of the company sending him to wastewater class and study material all around the company. He is currently studying for the Class 2 wastewater operator test so he can move up to a Class 2 operator to grow more as an operator and understand more about the processes. When do you expect to pass the Class 2?
I'm doing some studying right now, so.
That's great.
Get a little time back at the belt press to.
Yeah.
Get some material, so I'm planning on, I'll give it probably about 2 months or so.
Oh, that's great. Well, so we can put down, let's see, 2 months. So let's see, August.
We're going to put him on the agenda, sir.
August, we'll put him on the agenda, is that right?
We'll hold them to it.
I'll go for it.
That'd be great.
Sure, I can go for it.
I'm sure Kirk can help you study for it.
Sir.
Okay, now you worked at all 3 plants. Which plant do you like the best?
Um,
Maybe I shouldn't ask that, but
I'll actually say I like Academy Creek a little better.
why is that?
You get more hands-on and working.
Yeah.
I mean, Southport and Dunbar are little plants, so they're mainly ran by one operator.
Yeah.
So you don't really need too many operators at those plants.
And what do you like best about the Academy Creek plant?
I like the screening part, to actually
Okay.
see what comes in from our community, things like that. So, I mean, you'll be surprised on.
There's a lot of stuff that comes in from the community.
You ever see any dollar bills coming through?
Plenty of them.
Yeah.
Sit them in the bleach
Yeah.
and spend.
You know, we're fixing to spend some money to help on the grid and the screening,
Yeah.
separation and everything.
So if I find a couple, I'll put them to the side for my
Okay.
share. to,
Yeah.
help. Yes, sir.
Well, that's good. Appreciate everything you do.
Thank you, thank you.
Let me read this. State of Georgia Board of Examiners for certification of water and wastewater treatment plant operators and laboratory analysts certifies that Jacoby Omar Lapson. He could work in the lab too, couldn't he? Having given satisfactory evidence of the necessary qualifications as required by the laws of the state of Georgia, has been duly certified as wastewater operator class 3 in the state of Georgia, signed Margaret Dawes, this 21st day of May, 2026.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, I forgot to be able to say something about
Oh,
Jacoby.
yeah.
Miss Donna told me you had a little bit of a celebratory dance, and I didn't know maybe you could show us your celebratory dance when you got your license, when you came into the office. putting you on the spot or nothing. We
I
got
can't remember that.
All right, we're gonna miss out on the dance.
We'll hold that till August when he gets his class
There
two.
you go. We'll save that for the next,
August.
yeah.
August, got it.
Leah Royster, wastewater operator class 3. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I've seen you out there. I've seen you out there, haven't
More than likely.
I? Yeah. Leah started at JWSC in 2024 at the dewatering building at Academy Creek, working with the belt press and dryer. Since then, she's learned operations at Academy, along with running the Southport plant. She is currently working at Southport and Academy Creek, going back and forth doing whatever jobs are needed. Which one do you like best?
I need a mix of both of them. Southport can be a little slow, and then the Academy can be way too quick sometimes. I need one in the middle.
Okay. So that would be Dunbar.
Yeah.
Maybe, I haven't had a chance to learn Dunbar yet. so
Oh, okay.
That might be true.
What do you like about treating wastewater?
I enjoy the chemicals.
When you got into this field, did you have any idea what we do at a
I did
wastewater
not.
plant?
And,
What's the biggest surprise that you got when you came to work here?
all the bugs.
All the bugs?
All the bugs.
Yeah.
Everything
Amen.
they do, and the good ones, the bad ones.
Do you like looking at them in the microscope?
I don't get a chance to do that much, but I learned them when I went to the operations side of the academy.
Yeah.
Got told about them.
Well, that's great that you passed the class 3 operators. You going to try to get the class 2 also? Okay,
I'll get it.
great. Let me read this to you. State of Georgia Board of Examiners for certification of water and wastewater treatment plant operators and laboratory analysts certifies that Leah Marie Royster, having given satisfactory evidence of the necessary qualifications as required by the laws of the state of Georgia, has been duly certified as a wastewater operator class 3 in the state of Georgia, signed by Margaret Doss, this 21st day of May, 2026. Congratulations. What you want to say something about?
So Leah has been a very hard worker, as they all are, and they've applied themselves to studying and paying attention in the class and applying themselves to, when they do have a little bit of downtime, which does happen from time to time, depending on which plant they're at, and they've hit the books. You'll see Leah, even though she may be small of stature, you'll see her operating the backhoe around the plant, and so she's always willing to do anything that she's tasked to do. And that's good to see individuals that are coming into the organization that are younger in years and can develop a career and can be here for a long time, we hope. So
Well.
really glad to have her on our team.
We're glad to have you. You know, in this kind of business, you'll always have a job as long as you do your work. So there's a big need, so we appreciate it. Thank you very much. I want to take a minute to recognize, is Derek still here? And Kirk and Andrew. How are we encouraging these employees to get the certification? Are we helping them before they test? Do we have a program or a meeting where we go over?
We
The test with
some
them?
of the training, and then we'll do some ongoing things. We send out some resources people get the opportunity to take a look at, and then at least at the wastewater plant, every time I see the ones that haven't got their license yet, I ask them when they're taking their test. So I think they just take it, so I'll stop asking them the question. But no, so we've put a big emphasis on it. We've got I believe we're up to 25 new licenses in the past 18 months in the organization. So, and we got one more that just passed the test yesterday. So he'll be in here next month. So it's good to see a team jumping on the opportunities and, you know, taking the classes seriously instead of just sitting through them. So
And these are young people too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully
Absolutely.
they'll be with us for many, many, many years. Thank y'all very much. We'll move to the approval section of the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the April 16th, 2026 meeting as presented.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor? Motion carries 6-0.
And I'll also make a motion that we approve the minutes from the April 16th, 2026 executive session.
Motion second, all in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Variance appeal, Reeves, Whitlock, Lane Ave. Mr. Burris?
Yes, sir. So we spoke about this yesterday at the Facilities Committee meeting with representatives from the property owners or property lessees yesterday. Reeves operates a asphalt facility at 100 Whitlock Lane. They are currently doing the repaving project on I-95, and according to GDOT standards, they have to have a laboratory facility within certain mileage of the facility, of the paving project. So they brought in a temporary lab to their asphalt plant there, and according to county ordinance, they're required to hook on if they're within 500 feet of the nearest sewer line at any portion of the property lines. They requested a variance from this as it is a temporary facility. The ordinance only allows the director of the JWSC to grant a variance for single-family residential, so that has been appealed to the Board of Commissioners, as spoken about yesterday. It is again, they're putting in a temporary trailer with one bathroom in it. They have a tank on site that they will maintain getting pumped out. It would be, they had to run about 1,100 feet of pipe from where the location is on site to actually get to the sewer system. They've requested a variance for this due to the temporary nature. They said yesterday that they expected to be there for about 9 months. So this was passed forward to the full commission yesterday by the Facilities Committee, and the request is for the board to decide whether to approve or deny the variance for them to move forward with their commercial building permit. And as requested yesterday, this does only apply to the commercial building permit that they filed. So future activities on the site would not be grandfathered in under this request.
Can I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Brunswick-Glynn Joint Water and Sewer Commission approve the variance request for parcel 03-08946, requiring the parcel to connect to the public sewer system.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you. Next item is equipment purchase, Academy Creek Clarifier Rehab. Mr. Burris?
Yes, sir. We awarded a design build contract for Phase 1 services to BRW Construction in January to work on the existing 6 clarifiers at Academy Creek. Scope of work for the project is to remove all of the interior components of the clarifier down to the concrete, recoat the concrete, and rebuild a new clarifier inside. The way the design build contract works, there is contractor overhead and markup percentages provided in the contract. We talked to them about us purchasing these large equipment items to avoid the markup associated with that. So we got proposals from 3 clarifier manufacturers, and then there's a joint proposal for the launders and weirs that are necessary. The lowest cost provider is Evoqua and Nefco Systems at $3,805,000. Again, by purchasing this directly and not going through the markup, this avoids $608,800 in contractor markups on these items.
Can I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Brunswick-Glynn Joint Water and Sewer Commission purchase clarifier equipment from Evoqua Water Technologies and Nefco Systems in the amount of $3,805,000.
I'll second the motion.
There's a motion and a second. Andrew, can you pull up the plant rec look like
Sure.
and just show what the clarifiers are and explain what they do to the commissioners?
We got historic lot lines on here. Hang on. Made it mad again.
Next to the aeration basins, this
There we
is
go.
the
All right.
next important thing in the plant.
Yeah, so a clarifier is after these 3 square-ish tanks are aeration basins that leaves and goes through this piping network to get to the clarifiers. And the flow comes into the center well and then is dispersed out. They're all circular. Old clarifiers are rectangular, and they're a pain to have to clean. But the circular clarifiers, as the flow goes across the clarifiers, the velocity slows down, solids settle out. So it goes in looking like chocolate milk and it comes out looking like water. The solids settle to the bottom. You end up with what's called a sludge blanket on the bottom. Ours are suction clarifiers, so there's a suction header at the bottom of the clarifier that rotates around, and that removes the solids from the bottom of the clarifier. And there's also things that float on the top. Typically, it's dead bacteria and grease that end up on top of those things. That's called scum. There's a skimmer arm on top that pushes that to a scum trough, and that is then sent to the digesters. So basically, water comes in, separates in two directions, and then the flow goes out to the filters and UV system.
These clarifiers, how old are they? And
These first two clarifiers were built in the 50s in the original plant design, and they were rehabbed in the late 80s. The other clarifiers, I believe, clarifiers 3 and 4 were put in the 70s, and 5 and 6 were put in 88. So the last major work that was done to these clarifiers was in 1988.
so we've been spending a lot of money just fixing them up. just getting
We've been patching these things for a while now, and it's time to get some serious work done to them, so.
Well, this is going to be a great addition there. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you. Item 5 is water main bulk materials purchase. Mr. Burrows?
So we have two water main projects that we are supplying materials for. One is to remove a water line out of the way of the new living shoreline drainage project the city has underway at Howard Coffin Park. And the other is installing a new water main along Highway 99 northwards towards I-95 for future water main looping in the exit 42 area. Combined the quotes together and got quotes from 3 providers, lowest cost being Consolidated Pipe and Supply at $276,515.45.
Can I have a
Again,
motion?
that is the price today. HDPE prices are going all over the place right now.
Chairman, I move the Brunswick-Glynn County Joint Water and Sewer Commission approve the purchase of water main materials from Consolidated Pipe and Supply Company in the amount of $276,515.45.
Second.
Motion and second. Any
Does
questions?
petroleum have something to do with the price?
Yes, very much.
Okay, got it.
Will we be installing the water lines, or will we be contracting it out?
A little bit of both.
Okay. Any other questions? We have a motion and second, right?
Yes.
All in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you. Item 6 is pump station 4002 pumps purchase. Mr. Burrows?
Yes, sir. This is to purchase 2 new pumps for Pump Station 4002 to replace some worn-out pumps at the station in downtown Brunswick. Got 3 quotes, 2 quotes very close together between Pump and Process and Hydro Service. The Pump and Process quote does not include freight, so once freight is included in that quote, the low cost for these pumps is from Hydro Service to purchase 2 Sulzer pumps in the amount of $125,968.90. These are 15-week lead time items. This will actually be paid for out of the project that was approved in the last month's meeting for the lift station pump replacements. That will officially be funded July 1st, but the pumps will not be here prior to July 1st. So we want to go ahead and get these things on order, given the critical nature of that pump station handling all of the flow south of Gloucester in downtown Brunswick.
Can I have a motion?
I'll move that the Brunswick-Glynn Joint Water and Sewer Commission approve the purchase of pumps for PS 4002 from Hydro Services, Inc. in the amount of $125,968.90.
Second.
Motion second. Any questions or comments?
The freight is very expensive. This,
About $10,000 to get those pumps here on freight right now.
they're that heavy?
Yes.
Okay.
If you could pick them up, we'll let you go out there and do it.
Well,
In the past, we've used a lot of KSB and Xylem pumps, flight pumps.
Yes, sir.
How many salsa pumps have we put in?
We
so
got a
far?
dozen or so Sulzers in the system at this point.
And what's the largest one?
I think we got some 30s out there right now.
And
Yes, sir.
you're very satisfied with them?
Yes,
So
sir.
far, they perform
Very
very well.
satisfied.
Okay.
And I will note that according to what we were told by one of our contractors when we were looking at Sulzer for the first time, apparently Buford Jasper is basically standardizing on Sulzer pumps now. And Buford Jasper is a huge utility up in the Hilton Head area.
What's the age of the pumps we're replacing?
At least 10 years old for one of them. It was purchased in 2015, and I can't find records on the other one. So it predates our financial records in the system.
That old?
Yeah, and they're obsolete, they don't even make.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
You can get parts for them.
Because we're gonna have to make new stands right for them and everything because of, yeah, okay.
And the vendor hydro service, they service the pumps?
They service the pump exceptionally well, yes, sir.
Yeah, and they actually established an office right up in Darien. So,
Okay.
it's been very convenient for them.
Good. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries 6-0. Thank you. Next item is Pump Station 4002 pumps installation, Mr. Burris.
Yeah, so those pumps that you just approved, we got quotes to install these new pumps once they arrive in the dry pit. These are dry pit submersible pumps. Instead of being submersibles to go in the water, they're in a dry pit building. And these require new support stands to be built, remove the existing stands, modify the concrete. And so we got 3 prices on that. The lowest price to get this work done is from Cornerstone Mechanical at $46,700.
Very low.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Brunswick-Glynn Joint Water and Sewer Commission approve the installation of pumps for Pump Station 4002 by Cornerstone Mechanical in the amount of $46,700.
I'll second the motion.
Motion second, any questions? Does the pump itself recommend what kind of support it needs to have? Is it gonna be a different type of support than what we have?
Well, the existing support are poured in place concrete.
Yeah,
That's commonly used, and it does not fit the configuration for this pump. So it'll have
Okay.
to be taken out, completely redone, and it'll have to be according to manufacturer's spec.
it's gonna be concrete, reinforced concrete also. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you. Next item is Academy Creek Grid Auger, Mr. Burris.
Yes, sir. The existing grit system in the headworks is right behind it's right here in the plant facility, right behind the bar screens. The new bar screens that were put in a few years ago, they have a sluice and wash press that then compresses the material and then dumps it out of a chute into a roll-off container for hauling to the landfill. The grit system after that then augers the grit out of the system and tries to land in the same container. That grit auger has worn, the blades on it are worn down, so it's starting to lose material as it goes up, and so it keeps packing and we have to undo it. And we also have a problem trying to get both of these chutes to land in the right container at the same time. So while we're replacing the auger, we are requesting also that they come in and rotate that auger 90 degrees so that we can bring in 2 separate containers and not have to worry about grit being scooped up by shovel to put into the container. With the lowest cost to do this work was provided by vendor K Machine Industrial at $38,530.
Can I have a motion?
Chairman, I move the Brunswick-Glynn Joint Water and Sewer Commission approve the modification of the Academy Creek grit discharge auger by K Machine Industrial Services, LLC, in the amount of $38,530.
Second.
Motion second, any questions?
Why the disparity in the 2 quotes? Because the other one is it just not the kind of work they normally do?
That's not, I mean, Diversified, they've done work for us in the past. They do really good work, but they do tend to be a little pricier than some of the other vendors that we use.
I'd say so.
They do, but they do very good work.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you. Next is Dunbar Creek Clarifier number 1 repair, Mr. Burris.
Yes, sir. We built a third clarifier at Dunbar Creek last year, got it brought online, and we we were able to do that. We've been taking the other clarifiers off to do inspections to see what work needed to be done. Previously, it was very challenging for us to take a clarifier offline for any extended period of time. And so we've done inspections and determined the necessary rehab needs for clarifier number one, and that is to repair the steel supports for the suction header, replace structural members for the scum wiper, reattach the wiper, and reseal the V-notch weirs across the clarifier. We got 3 quotes for this work. Low cost on this was from K-Machine Industrial Services at $38,600. This work would have almost not been done except for an emergency situation prior to construction of that third clarifier, because we could not have taken it offline long enough to do this work.
Can I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Brunswick-Glynn Joint Water and Sewer Commission approve the repair of Dunbar Creek Clarifier Number 1 by K-Machine Industrial Services LLC in the amount of $38,600.
Second.
Any questions? How long has that clarifier been there?
I don't even know the age on it. Those clarifiers were existing before the SBR conversion, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. And if y'all recall, we added a third clarifier on the last upgraded academy at Dunbar. So that allows us to make these repairs. So today, we've approved upgrading of 7, if this passes, 7 clarifiers in our system. We've only got 2 more in the whole system, right?
No, we have 4 more. 2 at Southport and 2 more at Dunbar.
Yeah, 4 more. So,
Just wait till next month, I'm just kidding.
any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Infrastructure, dedication and conveyance of easements and conveyance of public right-of-way. Mr. Klein?
All right. Chairman, Commissioners, good afternoon. This is a fairly standard conveyance item here, but there are 7 items, and I will move through these quickly. As the chairman said, these were reported, these were discussed in depth during facilities yesterday. Number 7, I'll touch a little bit longer on because it's a little bit different than what we normally cover, but here we go. The first one, River Ford, is a residential development off of Canal Road. That is actually 1 master meter development. So essentially, it's technically 1 customer to us, but about 180 private residences will be inside that development. Next one is Demery Hangar.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
I see the footage is very short there.
Yes.
I know that we did a lot of work on that road before the widening there, and I'm sure that helped, didn't it?
It did, correct. They still had to reach out and go underneath the canal, but we did time it with the widening that was happening, or they
Right.
did. Time it,
Okay.
and we
Right.
assisted them with that, yes.
Yeah, I drive by that place. I know they're on speed dial there for building. Every day they go by, it seems like there's more built.
Yes, yeah, it's a very interesting development out there.
Yeah.
So, Commissioner Cook, thank you for pointing that out. The footage is very short compared to what we would normally see for
it is.
development this size.
Right.
And that's simply because it's the connections needed to reach the public system.
Right. Got
So,
it.
thank you for the question. Item number 2 is Demery Hangar. This is a commercial development on St. Simon's Island at the airport off of Demery Road. And this is, again, a little bit of infrastructure, but yet still enough to be considered for the board's acceptance, as it does add the option of others to tie on in the future at some point. This was an extension of 8-inch water main that they needed to get across Demery Road to provide a connection point for their fire protection service and also their potable connection. Item number 3, Sweetwater Subdivision Phase 3, 3rd phase of a residential development, platted subdivision off of the Golden Isles Parkway Extension, or north of 99. And this adds 55 new residential customers, platted lots. Item number 4, Hill Point Warehouse Phase 1. And you'll see here the parcel that's highlighted in yellow there is Phase 1. Right next to it is Phase 2 that they're moving forward with right now. In Phase 1, this is actually just a small little rectangular shaped piece that carves out access for us for the meter vault, right up State Route 99. So it's a very small easement associated with this, 1 commercial connection. Item number 5 is Brunswick Country Club. This is an easement that we obtained from the country club across the north property line there, about a 30-foot wide easement to encompass an existing water main that runs through there. So a little bit of cleanup work there, obtaining an easement over an existing water main. Item number 6, Mr. Ken Rogers, Horton Way Force Main Extension. This was a extension facilitated by a property owner in German Village. They needed to serve several of their lots, and so they took it upon themselves to extend the public force main to those lots. This is the conveyance of that public force, or that privately installed force main being dedicated for public ownership and maintenance because it's within the right of way. And also opens up additional customer connections along the way as well. 4 new residential connections were associated with Mr. Rogers' construction. And the final one here, Glynn County Demery Road right-of-way acquisition. Staff has been working with Glynn County staff on their St. Simons Island Gateway project, which also includes another portion of work that's gonna run up Demery Road there, and the county is acquiring a little extra right-of-way to facilitate some improvements for turnouts and lanes and things like that. So the commission does have an existing elevated storage tank, we call it the Demery elevated storage tank. And the property the county would like to acquire is about a little under 9 feet wide, a strip right along the frontage of the Joint Water Commission's parcel there. So that is the right-of-way dedication, or dedication of right-of-way, but there's also a temporary easement. So during construction, it's proposed the commission allow the county a little bit of a temporary construction easement through the life of that project. And those are the 7 items.
Can I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'll move that the full commission accept the infrastructure with associated easements and right-of-way conveyance as applicable for items 1 through 7.
Motion and second, any questions?
Todd, I want to thank your staff for all this hard work getting this prepared. I know it's a lot of work.
Thank you. And thank you to Ms. Dina for, I feel bad with the hefty packets we give her with all the legal documents.
Lots of pages there.
Yeah.
It was great work by your staff.
Thank you.
Thank them for me.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.
Executive Director's report.
Yes, sir. So before our next meeting, we have our annual town hall meeting scheduled for June the 10th and the 11th. June the 10th will be on the mainland here at our office in this room. Typically, we do that at Howard Coffin Park, but the rec programs will be going right up until the meeting would start, so we could not get in there and actually set up for the meeting. So we're going to do that here at our office on the 10th at 6 o'clock, and June the 11th will be at St. Simons Island at the casino, the annual budget and rates town hall meeting. We're not adjusting rates this year, but we still hold the meetings annually. Before next month's meeting, we will also be accepting proposals for the 4119 and 3103 project. So that should be for your consideration at the next meeting. We will hopefully have the installation contract for the clarifier mechanisms we purchased today at that next meeting. And then there is also a chance we'll have the final report on the McKimmon Creed project in advance of the next meeting. So a lot of work ongoing as we head into the summer, but the offices will be closed Monday for Memorial Day, and hope everyone enjoys the holiday weekend.
Thank you. Commissioners' discussion. Commissioners have anything? My chairman's update. I just want to thank the commissioners for approving the agenda that we had today and the facilities. Those are very critical items, and we've got these young technicians who are working for us who have been maintaining these plants for a long time. And by us showing them that we want to improve the equipment, it's going to make them want to probably work better and appreciate their job. So I think by doing this, we're showing appreciation. We're improving every plant that we have, it's a good move, and I want to appreciate our director and Todd and Kirk and Derek on those issues. So thank y'all, and we're headed toward a good year, I think. In July, there's a GAWP
July, yes, sir.
conference in Savannah. So if anybody wants to go to Savannah, where it's very hot in July, and go to a conference on water and wastewater,
It's true, it
I'm
is.
sure Andrew can sign you up.
We can get you
Is that as opposed to how cool it is here in Lee County?
There's more of a breeze here.
There's more of a breeze here than where that conference is at, for sure.
It's,
And hopefully they have the parking situation under control. Last couple of years, the place has been under construction. It is quite the hike in that heat.
we do need to go into executive session. It's for property.
Yes, sir.
Can I have a motion to go into executive
Motion
session?
to go into executive session for property.
Second?
Motion second, all in favor? We're adjourned to go into executive session.